Hello and welcome to our Pause for Reflection. My name is Robin and I am the lead chaplain for Community and Mental Health, Somerset NHS Foundation Trust. Thank you for joining us. This month we are reflecting on hope. March is a month where a lot of the spring flowers you have planted last autumn have started to bloom and blossom. We had planted them in hopefulness. We did not know if they would grow, and we did not know if we would be here to see them. But we plant bulbs in hope and anticipation. We plant because we believe in a tomorrow. We plant because we believe that they can bring beauty, nourishment, and healing to our world. If it is safe for you to light a candle with me, I invite you to do so now. We want to bring light into our midst as we prepare this circle for reflection, hope, and peace. As we become still, let us draw breath and deeply exhale. As we breathe in, let us be filled with life-giving breath. And we sit taller and firmly plant our feet on the ground. Let us breathe deeply and easily. And we allow ourselves to extend outwards, creating a space within to be filled with hope, energy, and courage. As we slow down, we make space and time to marvel, to contemplate, and to see beauty. In this pause, let us be compassionately reinvigorated. And so we're allowed to think about the people in this circle and all the people in our care. The first poem by Annette Wynne is called Everyone Knows March's Way.
Everyone knows March's way, rushing, blowing, night and day, rushing, blowing, night and day. Not a single flower in sight, not a bud upon a tree. But wait until the end and see when March is packed at last to go. Every twig will start to grow, all in a trice, before you know.
When Pandora opened her legendary box, out flew the most horrible and horrifying elements known to humankind. Evil and misery, which had been kept enclosed, now shot out into all corners of the world. As soon as Pandora realized what was happening, she tried to close the lid, but it was too late. She could only keep one thing inside: hope. This Greek myth is one attempt to explore how pain, illness, destruction, and death came into the world. And these are all experiences we might personally fear, and they still remain challenging to comprehend and accept. Many of us have a deep sense of fairness, which can be totally undermined when we learn of an individual's suffering, particularly when it appears completely unjustified. It's a question humankind has been grappling with for thousands and thousands of years. We might all respond to adversity in an individual way, and we might have a very personal interpretation of what it means to have hope. In the story about Pandora, some translators have questioned if it is hope which is left behind in the box. Hope is commonly seen as a source of courage and strength which can see people through hard times. Another interpretation of the word, however, could be deceptive expectation. We are all familiar with wishful thinking or being in a state of denial. Pandora's story is giving us an opportunity to think about, how do I look to my tomorrow? What are my expectations? And what informs my view? Am I allowing myself opportunities for healing and for flourishing? Do I have hope? And what is this founded on? In a minute, we will be listening to a piece of music. The particular recording was for a charity concert to raise money and awareness on multiple myeloma, which the principal trumpeter, Ryan Anthony, had been diagnosed with. At the time, he was in his early 40s and would have been told that his cancer was not curable and most likely fatal within a short period of time. As Ryan began treatment, he had a vision of gaining enough strength to make music again. Hope and tenacity allowed him to come together with fellow musicians to play at various charity concerts, and was able to raise money for further research. During his remaining 8 years, Ryan was able to set up a foundation. It has survived, and through it, his spirit, his vision, and his hope for the future lives on. The poem Hope by Emily Dickinson.
Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me.
Thank you for joining us today. I will now extinguish my candle, but as we prepare to leave, I invite you to picture something that gives you hope and courage. Hold that image of hope in your mind's eye and let it be a guide, an inspiration, and a reminder that we always have choices in life. I wish us all enough hope and love for the next steps on our individual and collective journeys.